Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Ross
William!
and we are here this week with our follow-up gummy science experiment. So this week we're looking at gummy worms. So last week we looked at gummy bears soaked in different things. If you missed that video, we'll link it in the description down below. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so you don't miss any of the videos in this series or any of the videos period. And so the experiment today is trying to make dancing gummy worms. So we've seen this a lot online, and we wanted to put our own spin on it. So we've seen a couple of things. Most people say to cut the gummy worms up and then soak them in water and baking soda. So these ones have been soaked in water and baking soda. And so we've got one that's been cut up and one that's still whole. So the idea is, because this has baking soda, this is vinegar, you should get a chemical reaction with the baking soda and the vinegar coming together, and we should get that bubble activity that we see. So we're going to try that first, and then we're going to try this dish. We'll show you an up-close picture of it. We'll insert that here. This dish just has baking soda, dry baking soda with the worms. So we're going to see if it has an impact, whether it's been soaked in water or not, because we don't know. That's why it's an experiment. All right, so William, do you want to scoop these out, or?
All right.
Okay.
So just get.
Yep, we're just going to scoop them into the vinegar and see what happens.
Like, okay, so then put that in?
Just put her in.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's not moving.
It's not moving. You see lots of bubbles coming up, though, from the worm, right?
Try this one.
Okay, so this is the whole worm that's going in.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Which I assume means these ones aren't going to do anything.
Okay.
I can't get him. You do it, because I can't get
Okay. Okay. Oops.
Whoa. I'm good.
Okay, there's one more. I don't know if we can actually take one more.
Full send it. Just full
Full
send
send it? Okay, here we go.
send.
Full send. Whew. Okay. So what we're going to do, we are noticing, first of all, we're noticing lots of chemical reaction, right? The carbon is coming out of here. So the baking soda and the vinegar are reacting. Now what we're noticing is that the worms are on the bottom, and you probably can't see this, but they are doing a lot of bubbling at the bottom.
They're not doing anything.
But they're not doing anything. Like, they're not actually moving. So we're going to see, we're actually going to let this sit for a few minutes, like maybe 10-15 minutes, see if that changes once they have time to react. I don't know. And then, so William, while we're waiting for that, why don't you start putting those in there? Yeah.
In this?
Yep.
Just all of them?
Yep.
Why don't I just dump it? Or no?
Well, because we want to see if the, like, just the baking soda on its own, on the worms, will make enough of a reaction.
Just a little sprinkle.
So what do you notice about the reaction with this one and versus the reaction with this one?
That one like went up more, I guess.
Right, that one left us with a whole table full of vinegar,
Mm-hmm.
right? This one hasn't, so the reaction hasn't been as strong, right? Anything else that you notice?
I mean, I guess there's more bubbles on that.
Oh, you're right. You know what? Yeah, those worms. So again, this is something you're probably not going to be able to see super close, but these worms have tons of bubbles on them, whereas these worms are like super smooth now, right? But you can still see some bubbles coming up from the worms, but these ones actually have bubbles growing on them. So we are going to let those sit for a few minutes and see if the worms start to dance, or if this is an experiment that we need to go back and have a second look at. So we will we'll let them sit. We're going to come back in about 15 minutes, see if there's been any change, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we're back. It's been about 15-20 minutes. These are all duds.
We gotta try.
It was terrible. So, we are going to try, we decided we'd try one more thing, because that's what scientists do. When things don't work, they don't stop. They keep going. So we're going to try something that's already carbonated, which is Sprite. So carbonated just means it has those bubbles in it. And are the worms there? Beside you? No? Okay, so we've put, okay, so William's gonna try, we coated these worms just in baking soda and Sprite. So we don't know what's gonna happen. Let's dump them in and see.
Oh, nothing.
Again, nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Lots of fizzing action.
Lots of fizzing, lots of bubbles. That's what we've learned from this.
Okay, so not as much as when we did the vinegar and the baking soda.
No.
Right? The reaction wasn't as strong. Lots of bubbles on the worms.
Yeah. But that was with the other one too.
And that was with this one.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, I think they're not, these worms do not feel like dancing today. And sometimes you don't. So, this is the thing about scientists, right? You try something, it doesn't work.
Try again.
You try it again. So we tried it with Sprite. We may try it again a little bit later once we, we finish our other gummy experiments. We may come back to these and see if we can find the trick to making these worms dance.
Yeah.
So we hope that you enjoyed this. If you try it and you get your worms to dance, comment, let us know what the trick is, and we will try.
If you posted a video, link it.
Yes, yes, and we will try your method on the channel if you're successful at getting your worms to dance, because we have not been successful, but we want to see if you can be successful. So remember to subscribe so that if your video shows up here, you don't miss it. And we will talk to you Monday for a book chat and next Friday for the finale of our gummy series.